Hey there. So today we're going to talk about infinity loops and paint. So let's go back to the beginning and I'll see if I can make this make sense for you. I've heard many, many times, it's not what you know, it's what you do with what you know. And I studied personal development for decades. I can say that now. I'm old. I celebrated a milestone birthday, so I could just throw that decades word out there. But I studied personal development and personal growth and all of that stuff for so long, and I didn't do a lot with it. And it's one thing to say, oh, I'm going to learn this hobby, this sport, this thing, and not do it, or I'm going to go to law school and not practice law, or go to medical school and not practice medicine. That's one thing. But when you're practicing personal growth, it's seeping in, and something's happening there. But one of the things personal growth is designed to do is to help you boost your confidence, boost your self-esteem, and all of that. And so you know all the tools of the trade because you've studied it for so long. But if you're not letting it seep in, you get in this loop because what you're studying is how to have the confidence to do something, and you don't do it. And then one day you take a step back at that infinity loop that you think is there, and you realize, oh no, that's not really an infinity loop. I'm not in that spiral of learning how to be confident and not being confident. Look at all these things that I've actually done. And I don't think you can help not doing it. So as you learn some of the things in personal growth, personal development from all kinds of sources, have some belief that they're taking root in you somewhere. Now, the more you can deliberately act on them, much, much better. Always better to be able to do something with the knowledge you have deliberately. But even if you're not doing it deliberately in personal growth, personal development, and what we're talking about is changing the way we think, it's happening. Now, one of the ways we do things deliberately, whether we want to think in this terms or not, is we put systems into place. You know, I talked last week about automating your thinking, using sticky notes, using affirmations, putting books on your desk, all that kind of thing. And those are just small little systems. They may not seem like a very complex system. They don't have to be. You know, carrying a day planner around, or using an electronic planning method, maybe a Microsoft Outlook or something like that, is a system. How you use it every day, how you schedule yourself, that's a system. And this is where paint comes in. Don't be afraid to swap out your system. If you pick a color out in the paint store and you look at the 9 billion colors that all look the same, you know, I remember I had my little box of 8 Crayolas, and the kid next to me had 64. And I thought, that's too many blues, too many greens. I can't tell them apart. But if you find a color you like out of that big wall of paint chips, and you paint your room and it looks bad, what do? You paint over it. Or you live with it and complain until it's time to paint again. But ultimately you paint over it. It's not that it has to stay that way. The systems you put in place don't have to stay that way. You can tweak it. So as you're learning, as you're learning how to change your thoughts, if one method isn't doing it right for you, change the method. The good thing is you're deliberately doing something. You're doing something with the knowledge you're gaining. And the more you do with it, the further you're going to go. So don't get in that infinity loop where you keep thinking, oh, I'm not putting what I learned into practice, so I'm not building confidence, and you begin to chip away at your confidence even more. Have some confidence that it's actually happening, whether you see it or not. And if you don't like the results you're getting, paint over it. It's all malleable. You can do what you will with this information. Hope this helps. Have a great, great, great day.